If you've been looking for a Bubu dress that is super classy, comfortable, and also easy to sew, then this particular one here is for you. I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful Bubu gown with a very stylish neckline design. As you can see, it is 100% beginner friendly. With all that being said, let's get started with today's tutorial. For a short bubble dress like this, you'll be needing at least 3 yards. So my hair is folded into 4. As you can see, I have 4 folds. I'm cutting out the front and the back part of my gown all at once. At the top part of my fabric, I'll roll this straight line, which will be my shoulder line. Then under my shoulder line, I'll mark a neck width of 3.5 inches and a neck depth of 2 inches. Then I'll use that to create a round neckline using my curve ruler. So from that my neck width, I'm going to be getting my shoulder, which is 7 inches, and I'll mark it right there. Now from my shoulder, I'll be marking my sleeve length. So the entire remnant of this fabric I have right there will be for my sleeve. So from that my shoulder line, I came down by 1 inch for my shoulder slanting, which I slanted right back into my neck width of 3.5 inches. So from my slanted shoulder line, I'll be getting a sleeve opening of 10 inches. 10 to 12 inches is totally fine, which I'll connect now from this my slanted shoulder line down to this 10 inches. So I'm going to be marking my half length from this my shoulder. My half length is 16.5 inches, which I'll roll into a straight line. So this other sleeve opening I have right here is also what I'll extend into a very straight line. Then I'm going to be getting my hip length. I'll do this by placing my tape on my half length, and I'm marking 8.5 inches as my hip length, which I extended into a very straight line. Then I'm just going to get the length of my gown, which is 39 inches. I'll add extra 2 inches to that. Altogether here, I'll be having 41 inches as the length of my gown. When I connected this into a straight line, I'll go on ahead to cut off the other pieces that is not needed. Now I'm going to be dividing my bust circumference by 4. I have 10 inches. I added 5 inches extra for ease and sewing allowance. On my half length, I divided my waist circumference by 4. I have 8 inches. I added 5 inches as well. Now I'm making a connection from that my bust measurement into my waist. On my hip, I'll get the quarter of my hip, which is 10.5 inches, and I'll add extra 5 inches to that. I'll use this part of my curve rule, slightly curve, and connect this into my waistline. I'll take the measurement of everything I have on my hip, then I'll minus 1.5 inches from there. That is what I'll be marking on the hem of my gown. Then from my hip, I connected this together. At exactly this point, I created this slight curve to ease the movement of the armhole, and I went on ahead to cut out everything the same way I drafted, including the neckline. I'll be separating these two pieces. I'll just pick up one. I will notch the center or the middle, which is the neckline right here, and I'm going to be working for it. Now I'll come to the shoulder here, and I'm going to be marking just 2 inches. Now I'm going to be creating a slight curve from these 2 inches into that midpoint of this my neckline I notched earlier. So when I do this, I'll go on ahead now to use my scissors to cut this out, as you can see me doing right here. So I'm going to get the front part of my dress, which is this. Remember, I'm yet to get the neckline for the front dress. Now I'm going to be marking 7 inches as my neck depth. On that neck depth, I'll go in by just half of an inch like this. Then I'll connect this back into my neck opening of 3.5 inches and cut this out. When I cut this out and I open it, this is what it looks like. Now what I did for the back neckline on the shoulder, I'll be repeating same for the front neckline. Then from that middle point, which is where I made that chalk mark, I marked 2 inches away from there. On the shoulder as well, I marked 2 inches as well. Now I'm connecting those 2 inches points together like this, and I'm simply going to use my scissors and cut it out as well. I'll be getting the front and the back part like this, right sides facing each other, and I'm going to pin them on the shoulder and join them together as well. So there was something I did behind the camera which I would like to explain to you right here. I ended up cutting another extra back piece because on the neckline area, the part which I cut off, which is this part of 2 inches, did not align with the part I cut off from the front. So basically, after cutting off the 2 inches for your back shoulder, please go on ahead to place it right side with your front neckline before cutting it out, so that they all can be at the same side, just as I've done right here. Okay, so the next I'm going to take the measurement of my neckline all around to this other side. So I'll be cutting out this piece for the neckline, which is more than the length of the neckline I took the measurement. So it is 2.5 inches wide of fold, and when I open it up, it's 5 inches. If your fabric is very lightweight, please go on ahead to iron and stay or interfacing to the wrong side. So mine is a very thick Korean crepe, and there was no reason for doing that. So basically, I'm just going to come to one end of this piece I have right here. So I'm going to be marking 1 inch because I'll be reducing this by 1 inch for this other part of the neckline that is not up to 2 inches wide. So I'll be slightly slanting this in like this, not slant it too much, and now cut off this excess. Just right here, I'll stop. So you can see that from the neckline here, I already came down by half of an inch. So this part where I didn't cut out anything from will be going for the part of the 2 inches where I cut out from earlier. I hope you understand what I mean. So I'll be pinning this right side facing the neckline, and I'm going to be stitching this all around after pinning using just half of an inch. If you pay close attention, I marked half of an inch below my neck depth. That is where I'll start stitching from all around. So when I do this, I have excess as well. So you should have excess as well, at least 1 inch. Then I went on ahead to trim it off slightly. Don't trim off everything. Then I slightly cut or give this a slight cut on that half of an inch I stitched earlier. Now I'm going to be flipping this to the wrong side of my fabric. Now what you will do first is the smaller part of this band here is what you'll be flipping in. Then the bigger part should be on top of the smaller one. And I went on ahead to pin. Now I'll be top stitching just like this, and everything will be secured in place. I've done that. I'm going to be taking the measurement from that my neck depth here down below is 14 inches right here. That is how deep or where I want the length of that my design in front to be. So I cut it out on a paper, and it is in a square, 14 inches long and 14 inches wide as well. So I'll come to just one end like this, and I'm going to be going up by 3 inches at that point. I'll create a slanted line this way. So at this point, you can create any design of your choice with this, okay? So after cutting this out now, I'll go on ahead to cut it out on my fabric. After top stitching, this is what it should look like on the rock side, which will be weaved later on. Then I've gone ahead to cut out this on my fabric, which is a black plain crepe. All around it, I actually hemmed it using my hemming gum using half of an inch so that I can have a very neat finishing. Then I'm going to be placing this like this directly on top of my fabric on the right side, just underneath that neckline where it stopped. And I'm just going to go ahead to arrange this properly and pin it as well. So I will secure this very well so that by the time I'm stitching this all around, it's not going to move, or I'm not going to be having any folds on this design right here. So when I do that, I'll stitch it all around and also hem the sleeve by folding it in twice. I've gone ahead to stitch this, and this is what the wrong side looks like, and here is the right side. I've also hemmed the sleeve 2 times, just like I said earlier. Now I'm going to be joining this right side facing each other. Then I will go on ahead to pin the sides. Then I'll mark 1 inch from this sleeve all the way to the hem of my dress, and I'm going to stitch them down using just 1 inch.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
So when I'm done stitching the sides, also go ahead to hem the base as well. Remember the hemming allowance was 2 inches. After joining the both sides of the gown, just on the armhole right there, make a slight cut. Careful so you don't cut on your thread. So this will ease your arm movement so that it can easily lap very well. So this is the right side of the dress. I'll go ahead to give this the last very nice pressing. And that's all for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time, and I hope you really found this tutorial helpful. I'll see you all next time on this same channel. Keep having lovely moments ahead of you. Bye.